already done some of that. I appointed a full-time early child advocate, Mary Oster, to work at the Board of Education. We've expanded preschool slots thanks to the Early Childhood Council and Betsy Bain and all of her hard work. There is no doubt that the answer to part of our achievement gap is early childhood education. The statistics show that if a child is not up to par in reading test scores by third grade, you spend almost the entire rest of his educational time trying to catch up. So the most important aspect of our educational system right now has to be the expansion of the preschool slots. And again, I understand the state is strapped for money. Much of the funding comes from the state. I think if they want to look at one area that they could hopefully expand for not just Norwalk, but for the whole state, all the schools, is the early childhood. Mary's working very hard on putting programs together. She told me her goal would love to have a Board of Ed sponsored with the city early childhood center in Norwalk, not just other facilities, private facilities. That would be great. Again, it costs dollars and cents. But again, the earlier, the better. And if they're up to snuff by the third grade, their educational success is unlimited. There's another number that's kind of staggering when it comes to that. For those children that fall behind, for every dollar we spend on the children that are up to par, we spend $17 in remedial. The cost alone for trying to catch up could be more than put into the preschool facilities, not just in Norwalk, across the state and hopefully across the country.
Thank you. Mr. Garfunkel.
Yes, I think we need to outreach and expand these pre-K programs. And we can do this possibly by partnering with corporations, partnering with and nurturing the programs that we have with the nonprofit organizations that already exist, and those in the House of Worship. Again, we need to focus. It's a very, very important issue. And if we have to put a line item budget a little bit higher in the Board of Education budget, it's something we need to look into. That will trickle down or trickle up as they matriculate through the years. That if we can get them again at this early age, there's a lot less work that we will have to do with these children as they move through the system. So it's very important that we focus on the pre-K programs. And again, if we do have to push a little bit more of the funding from the Board of Education into that area, then that is the area we should be looking into.
Yes, Mr.
And that is exactly why Mary is working with the Board of Ed to see how we can increase the funding, how we can get more grants, and how we can work with the state of Connecticut to open up the number of slots that are currently available in Norwalk. It comes down to dollars and cents and how you vote. And several of the corporations in town do provide some pre-child care for their employees currently. So the outreach is there. It's a matter now of the priority being established and continue to move forward in that area.
Thank you. Any other comments, Mr. Moccia?